What we're working on today is an 11 LML Duramax, same as 11 through 16, and I'm often asked the question of how to get the coolant over into the reservoir side of the coolant reservoir, which is what this container is right here. This little divider right here, this side is the closed system. This is the side that functions normally with the cooling system. This side is for overflow and for replenishing lost coolant. In cold climates, loss of coolant due to a leak, etc. I just got finished vacuuming this down. That's what this is here. What you do is with this valve closed, you fill the entire cooling system with vacuum. You can test it to see if it has any leaks. It would be, of course, under vacuum, not under pressure. Let it sit for a few minutes, and then once you're satisfied with the time that it's held the vacuum for, you open this up into the coolant bottle. 5-gallon pail is what I use most of the time, and then it replenishes the coolant back in. It left us at this little point right here. We're below the point where we need to get the coolant to the other side, but I'm going to show you what to do next. All right, now with the vacuum system out of the way, I'll show you what you have to do. This is a mixture of 50-50 Dex and water, and we're going to fill it up right to the top here. You'll see the bubbling occurring. So what it's doing is it's drawing it down into the reservoir side. So I'll let that sit right there. Now it's a very tedious process, but it works. It's very effective. If you see the coolant is at this is the min line right here. It's just under the minimum line. This is where it should be under normal operating conditions after it's been heat cycled several times and not after the cooling system has been purged. Or what I mean by having air in it. It's this is normal operating area. So you see what I'm doing here. I'm squeezing the hose, and you'll see the coolant rise. It's bubbling, so it's pushing air out, and it's also pushing it into the reservoir side. Now there's a little opening at the top there, which is where the relief goes once this overpressurizes the cap, and it's filling the reservoir side. Again, this is a very tedious process, but it's very effective. And you'll see it drops down because it's gone to the other side. Squeeze the hose again, and now it's just all air. So we have to add some more coolant. This takes a little bit of time, but it's really the only way that I've effectively figured out how to fill the reservoir side. There we go. And we'll just repeat that process. Again, that's all the air coming out of the cooling system. It will only fill it to the point where this is even all the way across the cooling system. Now the front of this truck is jacked up a little bit to try to get the air to rise to the vent hose, but obviously this hose is higher than this is here. So this here has an area where the air is going to settle because it's going to rise in here, and it can't get evacuated until the engine heat cycles, the thermostat's open, and it pushes the air out and then out of the vents. So after this thing has been heat cycled, let's safely say about 2 times, that's reaching 200 degrees or so and then gone back down again to 100 or 80 or so. That's when it's going to suck the coolant from the reservoir side back over to this side after it displaces the air. So we'll do this one more time. And you see it's just still pushing bubbles out. Now it looks like it's sitting still, but it's not. I'm steadily applying more pressure, and eventually I'm going to run out of room where I can squeeze it. And you'll see it go down because it's going into this side. Now I'll show you on that side. If you look down in there, it's about 1.5 inches of coolant, and you want this side, after it's been heat cycled several times and it's satisfied, or you're satisfied with purging all the air out of it, you want that side to be filled about 1/3 of the way up. You don't want to overfill it, because then it's going to come out of the vent over here in this corner in the back, and then it sprays down, goes into the fender, and leaks out onto the ground. So that's pretty much it. Hope this helps you guys out, and good luck.